With Norwich winning the championship and Liverpool almost winning the league, they faced off each other in match week 1, where Liverpool won 4-1 with an own goal by Hanley in the 7th minute as the first goal. It is a nice start for Liverpool, but sadly Alisson got injured, but hopefully Adrian, the new signing, will do well for them.
The Premier League champions kicked off their first match day against West Ham, scoring 5 goals and Raheem Sterling claiming a hat-trick. It was a fantastic start to the season, putting them top of the table, and this would be great confidence for them in the upcoming games.
Southampton struggling in the last few seasons, they needed a good start to this one, which hasn't happened with a 3-0 loss to Burnley. Ashley Barnes scoring 2 goals hopefully could be nice for the club, as they have not been able to go back to Europa League football as they have been for the last few years. Hopefully Southampton can pick up their form and become a good club again, as their youth academy has produced many good players.
With Sheffield United finishing second last season, they have been promoted to the Premier League, and on Matchday 1, they played very well and managed to get a 1-1 draw against AFC Bournemouth, with Ben Sharp scoring the equaliser very late in the game.
0-0 draw between Crystal Palace and Everton made the game very stale, but luckily Everton got to try out their 2 new young signings, mainly Gbaman and Moise Kean, who is a very prolific striker back in Italy. Sadly, Morgan Schneiderlin got 2 yellow cards, which means now he is suspended in the Premier League for a little bit.
With Watford not signing anyone significant in this year's summer transfer window, they started off their Premier League campaign with a 3-0 loss to Brighton, who struggled in the Premier League last season.
0-0 draw between Leicester City and Wolves. The game was pretty intense for both sides. Both sides had pretty good amount of possession, with a lot of chances being created but none being finished. With Dendoncker scoring a header, the goal was given disallowed by VAR, which is now being placed in the Premier League. It's nice to see that goals that shouldn't be allowed being disallowed by VAR, but hopefully that they don't.
Tottenham kicked off their seasons to Aston Villa. Aston Villa kicked off the scoring with McGinn very early on in the game. They dominated the first half and Tottenham played really poorly. At halftime, Christian Eriksen came on and really changed and impacted the game. They scored through Ndombele, who scored a beautiful goal. Ndombele sparked a great comeback from Tottenham, where Harry Kane got a bit lucky and scored a pinball goal, and later on a goal from the edge of the box. Fair play to Tottenham.
Manchester United had a flying start in the Premier League, winning 4-0 over Chelsea. Chelsea, with the new manager Frank Lampard and the transfer ban, had to use many youngsters, which obviously didn't pay off, losing 4-0. At the same time, though, Manchester United played very well, with Harry Maguire playing very well and Daniel James scoring on his debut, with Rashford also getting 2 goals. They really solidified themselves as a very top-tier team. If they can continue this form throughout the season, hopefully they have a better chance of winning the Premier League, if not making top 4.
Arsenal kicked off their Premier League campaign against Newcastle United. The game was very boring, with Newcastle sitting back and Arsenal pressing and trying to break them down. It took a long time, and Maitland-Niles won the ball back and assisted Aubameyang with a great cross and Aubameyang with a crisp finish. It was a great game in the end for Arsenal, who would take the 3 points and start off their Premier League campaign on a high. They got to try out some of their new signings such as Ceballos and Pepe,